Hello everyone, I'm Troublesome Trucks, and welcome to the first Crash City episode of the new year. Happy 2025 everyone. And today we have a free-for-all requested by Bill, and they requested a 6-engine free-for-all consisting of engines Murdoch, or his tender rather, Emily's tender, Thomas, Harvey's coach, and Steven. It'll be the best out of 7 rounds. May the best engine win. And without further ado, let's hop in and start round 1. Alright, round 1 is here, and we are having Steven the Rocket go first. Then we have Emily's tender, Trackmaster 2 Thomas, Trackmaster Harvey's coach. Thomas eliminates Steven. That was a pretty good takedown, I think. And we have Murdoch tender, and finally Harvey, Trackmaster 2 Harvey. So Steven is the only casualty so far. It looks like Harvey's coach and Murdoch tender are heading for a collision. Oh, it looks like they're both down. Harvey pushes through. Thomas is pushing Emily's tender around. Harvey, gets tripped up on Murdoch tender and falls down. Thomas is pushing Emily's tender still, and we might need to go into tiebreaker, but I thought Thomas was going to jump off the tracks, but Murdoch's tender is causing an obstruction. Let's see how they deal with this. Emily's tender almost changes tracks, but Thomas puts an end to that and is still going around the tracks past all the obstacles. Thomas, classic #1 engine, still chugging around the rails, so Thomas will gain the points this round, so he has as ahead of everyone at the moment, but still got a whole competition in front of us, so a lot of stuff can still happen, but Thomas takes the first round, so well done, Thomas. Alright, let's get them back at the starting gate for the next battle. Alright, and for round 2, we got Thomas, because he got the last round. Then we have Murdoch's tender going second, Harvey third, Trackmaster 2 Harvey, then Harvey's coach right behind him. Thomas eliminates Harvey and is kind of on the different track. He's falling over now. Murdoch's tender got past, and Emily's tender, last one out. So we got Steven, then Harvey's coach, as well as Emily's tender and Murdoch's tender. Some close calls to Emily's tender and Steven. They're caught up, they're tangled, neither of them are moving. Murdoch's tender and Harvey's coach making their way around, see what they can add to the conversation. And Murdoch's tender, back of Emily's tender, Steven goes down. Harvey's coach looks like they're catching up to the other powered units. Looks like Murdoch's tender could be in trouble. It looks like they have their front wheels off. They're down. That did not take long. So we got Harvey's coach and Emily's tender. We'll have a new competitor on the board. Harvey's coach much faster, caught up and pushing around. Emily's tender was in the last final 2 of the last round as well, so maybe they can finally score a point. But Harvey's coach seems pretty determined. I think they've won a couple competitions, or at least one. It looks like they're in trouble too. Maybe a little bit too fast for their own good. They have a front wheel off. Can they correct it? Or will they crumble to the ground? The switch is coming up. That's usually the breaking point, and yes, it was this time as well. Another victim for the switch. Harvey's coach is down. Emily's tender going around. May not be the fastest, but kind of works to her advantage as the others tend to push themselves off. So, has their own strategy going. We'll see if she continues it. But for now, she's on the board, tied with Thomas. Everyone else, 0. Let's reset for round 3. The fight continues as we head into the 3rd round. Emily's tender goes first, and followed by Harvey's coach. See if they get shoved off again by Emily's tender. Harvey goes 2. Usually pretty good at these. We'll see if he does similar. Harvey's coach and Steven. Harvey's coach is in trouble. Steven has fallen over. Thomas was the last one out, so Harvey's coach, can they recover? They're about to get squeezed up against Emily's tender. Thomas looks like they're gaining on Murdoch's tender. Harvey's coach going sideways. They've caused trouble and take down Harvey. Thomas is also not doing too good. He's gone as well. Once again, 2 powered units, 2 tenders up against each other. Harvey's coach has blocked Murdoch's tender. Emily's tender still going on unfazed to what has happened. Just a few cross tracks away, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to budge Harvey's coach, but we'll let them have a good shot at it. See if Emily Sender can dislodge Murdoch Sender or knock him off or what. And attack from the back, and they're kind of stuck. Emily Sender trying to get a peek over what's happening, but it looks like they're pretty well and good stuck, so I don't think that's changing. But Emily Sender was the last one moving. Murdoch Sender has been jammed up for a little bit, so back-to-back points for Emily, or rather Tender representing her today, so she takes the lead. We'll see if anyone else can challenge her come the round 4. Alright, back again to round 4. Emily Tender, who got last 2 rounds, goes, and followed by Thomas. Got both scores on the tracks, so we'll see if any of these other 4 can make a stand. Oh, Steven, rough start, but he's good now. Harvey, and Harvey's coach, last out. So, looks like the Tenders are colliding. Murdoch Sender's down. Steven gets taken out by Harvey's coach. I think that happened the previous round as well. Thomas pushing Emily Sender again. Murdoch Sender could cause a blockage. Harvey and his coach almost knock each other off, but they're still good. Harvey's coach is stuck. They get hit from the back. I think Emily Sender just about got him. Harvey's heading for Thomas, and Thomas is over. Harvey's coach is stuck on the cross track. Emily Sender's going. We'll see what happens. Are they going to hit Harvey? And they go. They're stuck. They get dislodged just after Harvey passes through. Harvey's coach once again dangling off the tracks. Emily Sender behind them. Harvey racing behind. They're trying to clear the track. That's a big mess. Harvey's coach is going sideways as both of the engines are off the tracks, and Harvey is derailed and he's toppled over now. What a ending that was. Harvey's coach was derailed and then got stuck on Murdoch Sender, and then Emily Sender and Harvey got derailed, but Emily Sender fell over first, and Harvey kept going. He's no longer on the tracks, but he was the last one going, so that's what we count here. So Trackmaster 2, Harvey, that is, gets a point on the board, so kind of expected him to. He's quite a fighter in these, so now he's finally on the board at round 4, so 3 rounds remain, but right now round 5 is inbound. Okay, round 5. This is Harvey off first. Then we have Emily Tender and Steven the Rocket. We have Harvey's coach, Thomas 5th, and last but not least, Murdoch Sender. Thomas into Steven. Steven's been taken out there the couple rounds. I don't know what happened to Emily Sender, but they're derailed. Harvey's coach and Murdoch Sender having some troubles. Thomas is trying to push through. He's kind of done it, but is still blocking the track. Harvey's going around, and kaboom! Harvey bashes through. Thomas and Harvey's coach fall down. Harvey, Trackmaster 2 Harvey, still chugging along. Back-to-back points for Trackmaster 2 Harvey. So he's now tied with Emily Tender, just like that. So might do a tiebreaker eventually between those two, unless one of them can get ahead in these last 2 rounds. But we still have Murdoch, Trackmaster Harvey's coach, and Steven left without points. So maybe one of those can score as well. Add more fuel to the fire, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Round 6, penultimate round. Let's do it. Okay, round 6. These rounds have been going by pretty fast. We're already on round 6. So Harvey and Murdoch Sender. That's Harvey's coach, Thomas. Harvey gets through just in time. Thomas and Murdoch Sender. Thomas is down. First casualty, and Steven. See if he can make it through that first roundabout section there. Harvey and Murdoch Sender. Harvey's down. Murdoch Sender is also derailed. Harvey's coach was derailed, but they're back on. Steven now in jeopardy. Emily Sender. Steven's dumped over. Emily Sender was doing good, and now they're caught on the back of Murdoch Sender and could be in there for trouble. If they won this round, they could be put in the lead, but Harvey's coach is still going. Not on the same team as Harvey. Emily Sender has almost made a complete, was it like a 90-degree turn, and Harvey's coach almost helps them, but gets derailed and falls over. Well, Emily Sender is mostly on the tracks. However, I do not think they were the last one moving, and that was Harvey's coach. So unfortunately, although good attempts from Emily's Tender to correct herself, didn't quite go as planned, so Trackmaster Harvey's coach gets a point on the board, so looks like could have a couple different outcomes here. Murdoch or Steven get points. Thomas or Trackmaster Harvey's coach could tie with Emily or Harvey. Trackmaster 2 Harvey, so we'll see which one holds true. Let's go on to round 7, finale round. Alright, this is the final round. Maybe we might have to do a tiebreaker, depends on what happens, but we have Harvey's coach off first. Then we have Steven been having a bit of trouble this last half. Then we got Harvey. Harvey's coach is down. That was a brutal takedown by Harvey himself. And Thomas. So 5 out of 6 engines. I guess 3 engines and a coach and a tender. Oh, Emily's tender's down. Harvey's determined to win this. But Thomas could still maybe get a second point and tie with him. But if Steven or Murdoch's tender do, then Harvey might have this secured. Thomas is pushing up Murdoch's tender. Steven's kind of on his own. Harvey's kind of giving chase. Thomas and Murdoch's tender make it through the points. And everyone else looks to be doing fine. Looks like Thomas and Murdoch's tender might be nearing Harvey and Steven. Steven could maybe be going in for a takedown on Harvey, or maybe Thomas and Murdoch's tender will get to it first. Harvey might be facing trouble from all different sides here. Could need the sabotagers to come in, but we'll hold off because I think it's getting closer and closer. Just don't know who's going to hit who and who's going to withstand the attack. Ooh, I thought Thomas had a little jolt there, but seems to be good. Harvey close. Steven gives him a nudge, but it's not enough to take him down. Murdoch's tender going for a big attack. Oh, they're down, and Harvey's Trackmaster 2 Harvey is out. Murdoch's tender falls over, and Thomas is half off the tracks. And Steven, just as I was saying he was having trouble, is still going, and I don't think Thomas is going to be able to be saved, and nope, he is not. Steven, he was just kind of hanging out all by himself, just chasing after Harvey, putting the pressure on, and then Murdoch's tender and Thomas did the dirty work, and he's left going around. So, final round goes to Steven. So, let's get them in the middle for a final recap and photo shoot. Okay, but actually before we do the recap and photo shoot, we still have to have a tiebreaker between Harvey and Emily's tender. They are both tied up on 2 points, so we are going to have to see who is going to push the other off the end of their track. So let's get them started. 3, 2, 1, go. And they are going, and Harvey, it looks like he's pushing. Oh, and Emily's tender is off, and Harvey fell over too, but he did push Emily's tender off, so looks like Trackmaster 2 Harvey will get the point he needed and will be the winner today. So now let's get them in the middle for a recap and photo shoot. And the victor of today's competition up front, Trackmaster 2 Harvey, with a total of 3 points, is the winner today. It was a close one between him and Emily's tender on 2 points, but in the tiebreaker, Trackmaster 2 Harvey got it. So, good job to those two. It was pretty close. Harvey, I don't know, he's just quite a beast in these usually, so another win for him today to start off the new year. So Thomas, Harvey's coach, and Steven all managed to accumulate 1 point total, but Murdoch's tender didn't quite manage to get any points on the board, but maybe a better luck next time. So there is the final score. So that is the final, or the first Crash City actually of this year. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This one was pretty action-packed, I think. Even only 6 engines going, it was still quite interesting, I thought. So hopefully you guys will think the same, and hopefully you have a good rest of the year. So let's make this year a good one. So thank you all for watching. Troublesome Truck signing out. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.